Hey, I'm Mr. Hart. I'm the Winning Colors math teacher, and today we're going to be talking about rational and irrational numbers. So first, a rational number is basically any whole number, and whenever we say a whole number, basically we're talking about counting numbers. So we might say 1, 2, 37, or anything. If I say how many pencils do I have, how would you count that? Also, there's an integer, is any rational number. Which is basically a whole number that's either positive or negative. So we might say -4, but it also be your positive numbers. So we'll say, I don't know, 22. Also, now our real definition for a rational number is any number that can be written as a fraction. So all of these can be because you can put them over 1. So anytime that you have a fraction, you don't even have to think about it. It is automatically going to be a rational number. So 3/4, or if it's negative, like -1/2. Now, when it gets a little bit tricky is whenever we have decimals and we don't know if they can be a fraction or not. So there are two types of decimals that can always be written as a fraction. The first one is a repeating decimal, and whenever we say a repeating decimal, basically there is a pattern. It's the same thing happening over and over again. So for instance, if I have 2.131313, that is a repeating decimal, so it's rational. Another way we would want to write it, and how we should write it, is put the repeating bar over whichever numbers repeat. But then another type of decimal is a terminating decimal. And I hope I'm spelling that right. But a terminating decimal, and terminate just means to end, so it's going to be a decimal that stops. So for instance, 6.47. Now, an irrational number is any number that is not a rational number. So that's basically any number that cannot be written as a fraction. And the key way to figure that out is if it is a decimal that does not repeat or does not terminate. So for instance, if I have 8.79422214 and then that keeps on going, that is an irrational number because it does not repeat and it does not terminate. And now you know more.